Hello everyone, and welcome back once again to Let's Play Alan Wake with FrozenFoxy. Last time we left off our intrepid drunkards in the jail. Let's see what happens to them. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, I am never drinking again.
I need to talk to Weaver. She's the one in the song, the Lady of the Light.
What, the crazy lady? Ugh, whatever you say, Al, but we're stuck here.
Nightingale?
They're not
you
gonna...
haven't even interviewed Wake.
I had some reading to do first, Sheriff, and let me tell you, it was an interesting read. Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler. It's all here. All the evidence, including conspiracy to murder a federal agent. There's no way you're walking out of here. You hear me in there, Bret Easton Ellis? Huh?
Agent Nightingale, I want to talk to your superior.
Well, we all want things, Sheriff. I wanted my... Look, that's not possible right now.
Agent Nightingale, I insist. Wake, what's wrong?
Lady, are you stupid? It's a trick. It's an obvious trick.
Okay, I've had enough of this crap. Wake, I'm gonna trust you with this.
You're joking.
Agent Nightingale, your opinion would matter more if you were sober and if I actually believed you were here on official business.
Whoa! Get back in the cell, Stephen King. The only way you're leaving this place is over my dead...
Wait a minute. I know.
Oh my God!
Light. We need light. It's the only way to fight this thing.
In my office. I've got your things there. Follow me.
Well, now
Man, we're sitting ducks with the lights out.
Stay cool.
Right.
I can get the emergency power on.
it certainly makes sense why he was trying to go after Wake, considering that he had pages telling him that he was going to die, and he probably didn't like that very much. That was not a thing he was a fan of. But by him getting sucked out here, it makes Sarah believe us a lot more. Let's check out these pages and see what we got here. Nightingale reads the manuscript.
Nightingale tried to make sense of the manuscript. It was disjointed and strange. He didn't understand half of it, but it all rang true. Impossibly true. He took out his hip flask when he reached the page that described how he reached the page that made him take out his hip flask. It wasn't the booze that made his mind reel.
That would certainly be a strange read. Let's see what else he had. Nightingale attacked by the dark presence. This must be what he was thinking about when he got screwed over.
Nightingale felt the situation veering out of his control, but the gun at least felt steady in his hands. He was ready to fire, resolved that he would let this happen over his dead body. And yet he hesitated. He had seen this moment before, read it in the page. He was transfixed by the déjà vu and the horror that he was a character in a story someone had written. Then the monstrous presence burst in behind him and dragged him into the night.
That blows for him. Luckily, we're still okay. Alright, Sheriff, take us to wherever the hell we're going. Before that, I am definitely grabbing myself a few flares here. And a nice little thermos as well. Where are we headed off to? The water cooler. I always like the water cooler. Is that where we're... No? Over here then. Okay. Good job. That was quick. Now we're safe. Ish.
Here are your things. Wake, what do I need to know? What do you need from me?
They can be hurt in the light, only in the light. And I need to find Cynthia Weaver. She can help me stop this.
Light. Check. Cynthia. She lives in the old decommissioned power plant. I can get you there pretty quickly in the rescue chopper. Come on, let's get back to your friend.
Alright. So we need to go to some light place. Sounds fun.
We're going to fetch our ride, but I have friends who need to be warned about this, and I can't be in two places at once. I need your help.
Well, okay.
Here's a list of people and phone numbers. I need you to call them and tell them you have a message from me. Night Springs, okay? They'll know what to do.
Night Springs? Like the TV show? Gotcha. Oh, hey, that radio guy is on the list. Maine. Who's Frank Breaker? He related to you?
My dad.
Hey, is this like a secret society?
Can you do this? You'll be safe here. The backup power's on. These guys need to be alerted, just in case we don't come back.
You'll come back for me though, right?
As soon as we get the chopper ready. Thanks, Wheeler. I owe you one. Okay, let's go, Wake. Through the back.
My hangover wants a pizza. You think there's any way I could order one, Al?
Probably not.
My hangover wants you to shut up and get to work.
Hello, Mr. Breaker? This is Barry Wheeler. Yeah, I know it's late, but listen, the sheriff, Sarah, asked me to tell you something. She says Night Springs, okay? So I guess she... Yes, sir. Okay, No, she's okay. She's just busy, so she asked me to... Oh, no. Actually, I'm a literary agent, sir. I'm just helping her out because she's busy right now. Well, the one you'd most likely be familiar with is Alan Wake. You're kidding? Well, I'm glad to hear that, sir. I'll tell Al you said that. That's really nice. But listen, I really need to make some more calls here. You got the message, right? Yeah, that's right. Okay, thanks, sir. Bye now. Hey, the sheriff's dad is a big fan, Al. Said you're the best thing to happen to crime fiction since James Elroy. I think he was a little drunk, though.
Her flashlight looks
Hello?
bigger than mine. I can't
This
quite
is Barry
tell.
Wheeler. I'm calling on behalf of the sheriff. Sarah says Night Springs. Okay? Okay.
No, she looks like she has the same flashlight.
Hello? Hi, Barry Wheeler. I have a message from Sarah. Night Springs. Okay? Bye now.
Sarah's like my cat. Follows me everywhere if I turn around. I'm walking this way, she'll run ahead of me.
Barry Wheeler calling for Sheriff Breaker. She asked me to tell you.
And then she'll randomly run back when I turn around.
She asked me to... No, I'm... Yes, but the sheriff asked me to... Yeah, I think this is gonna take a while, Al. You better get going.
Sadly, at this point, Barry will start to loop through this stuff over and over again.
No, wait. Ma'am, please, But the sheriff...
Alright, we've basically heard what he's gonna say.
But ma'am, I'm supposed to...
No point. Ah, a jail cell. At least we're not in there anymore.
Oh, hell. Whatever took Nightingale must have broken the gate controls. We can't reach the gate's control box from here. We need to get to the other side over the rooftop.
I'll go. I'll open the gate for you once I'm across. You stay here in the light and cover me, Sheriff, okay?
Are you sure? Okay then, but hurry.
Sadly, we don't get all the weapons back that we had from the previous area, but we do get a number of things, which is nice. It's better than starting off with no weapons at all. I don't think there's anything else around here, but just want to double check.
I needed to reach the rooftop to get to the other side of the broken gate.
That's cool, Al. I'm sure we're going to be able to do that just fine. It's been a long time since we saw the back seat of that thing. I think we should be able to climb this without touching this black stuff, but you never know. If you do touch anything when you're on a ladder, it will knock you right off that ladder. And the big issue with being knocked off a ladder like that is you can take some falling damage on top of whatever damage you took while you were on the ladder, so it certainly can be a pain. This is also one of the hardest achievement areas in the game, because what you're meant to do is make it through this entire place without ever reloading a checkpoint or reloading a save. So you can't exit the game in the middle of this and then expect to continue it later on. You have to go straight on through it. But it's only the first area around here. If you save things properly, then you'll be fine once you get to the end of this place. But the ending can be a bit of a pain in the ass. It's kind of dangerous. Go ahead and try to get there without dying, but I highly doubt that's going to happen. Because I am real good at dying on camera. It just happens to me all the time. Especially with these birds in my face. Ouch. You know what? Here, have some of that. You guys like that? I need to reboot my flashlight a little bit. Otherwise, I'm gonna get screwed here. See, that's normally what happens, is as soon as you start recording, you die on something easy. Like birds. That's just how it works. That is just how it works. And I always seem to somehow end up falling right here. And yet, somehow I make it. Okay, that's cool.
Hey, Sheriff! Your password. Night Springs? What's that all about?
It's a stupid joke we have. That Bright Falls is the original inspiration for the TV show. This town can get weird at times. Never this weird, though. You need to bypass the damaged control box.
What am I, an electrician? Hold on!
This is possibly the best known chapter for me, considering that I had to go through it so many times before I was able to do it perfectly. It was a pain in the ass. I recommend saving your big guns, but everything else, use it. Because you're gonna get a lot of stuff during this chapter, and if you don't use it, it's gonna be lost pretty quickly, which is kind of sad because there's some really good gear that you get in this chapter.
Ow, man! That's smart.
Good job, Wake. Okay, stick close. Our first stop is the town hall. The keys to the chopper are there.
Holy crap. Let's not have that hitting us. Now you can let her do a lot of the work here because she's got a shotgun, which makes her far more accurate than the friend that you had in the forest. Friend my ass. But since there's no reason to be keeping all of the ammo we got, there's no reason not to be shooting. So I'm going to go ahead and take that. If you do leave this van around, it will eventually pick itself up and come after you. So I highly recommend you stand here for a minute and get rid of it. And that way you won't have to deal with it ever again. It's a good thing.
Look out!
Frickin' deer is everywhere. Hell no. No. Get it away. Jeez, this guy wants my blood. While Sarah is a lot more accurate than Mott ever was, she can be a pain in the ass because she'll often try to run ahead and leave you in a lurch when you've got a whole bunch of guys around you. So you gotta watch out for that. Go ahead and grab this thermos here. And then we'll head down here and see the nice deer thing.
Chopper's in the other direction.
Yeah, but there's other things over here, like the deer. Which seems pretty damaged. I don't know if it's getting more damaged every time we see it or what, but it seems to be quite abused as things progress. I don't know if that's just me or not. I highly recommend saving your big weapons. You could use them up real quick just to make sure that things go down in your favor in a lot of these places, but at the same time, if you don't save it, you're going to have trouble later in this chapter. We'll be right back in just a second. Alright, and we're back again. Anyway, let's head up this street, and hopefully the sheriff over here will give us a little bit of cover. This is where she tends to leave you behind if you head over in this direction. She'll come a bit over here,
The air
but
smelled of fish. This was Bright Falls industrial area. There was probably a cannery nearby.
then she'll decide it's better to leave you alone for whatever reason.
A little help here.
I love how she says a little help here, and then she just runs off immediately afterwards. Yeah. Because that's real helpful. And she'll do that every time you come over here. No matter what. She thinks, for whatever reason, that you are way over here. It says follow over there. But, yeah, just by going over here, she'll just head right on over there and screw you if you don't realize that you're all alone. And you can't rely on her all the time.
Fishing can be a hobby or a job.
Do you now? I'm gonna pull out a slightly bigger gun and have fun with the locals here. Now, it's probably possible to knock those guys into the water if you just start shooting them without letting their shadow go away. Which might be amusing, but awful waste of bullets trying to do it. We'll head up here and get ourselves some more gear. Very nice. Still don't want to use that just yet. And if you care to, you can always jump onto that. I'm not going to bother trying it, but it's possible. Just for the purposes of being possible. And then suddenly she's here. She is always here as soon as you're leaving, but never there when you actually need her. You know, come to think of it, that means she's just a regular police officer. Wow. Okay. Well, that certainly makes sense. But yeah, check all the alleys around here because you will find tons and tons of good gear. You will also find a lot of things jumping out at you. But if you manage to get back to Sheriff Breaker over here, you won't have to waste any ammo if you don't want to. And now it is one day to Deerfest. Hopefully we can clean up the town before Deerfest actually starts, and then no one will have to worry about it. This looks suspiciously like there should be something in there. Sadly, there's nothing in there. Let's get ourselves some bullets.
I'm gonna want explanations, you know. For example, what the hell happened to Rose? She's seriously messed up now.
The same thing I think happened to me after I arrived.
During this week, you can't remember?
Oh, I remember now.
Oh, by the way, yeah, I kind of remember now. It's a thing.